It happened again, guys. Niantic has completely failed at hosting a large community event, and at the same time, they still thought that Pokemon Go Fest 2 was a good idea. So today's Pokemon Go news is going to be about the disaster for the Pokemon Go Safari Zone at Dortmund. So the Pokemon Go Safari Zone, effectively like a Pokemon Go Fest, just for other countries, other regions, and stuff like that. And it's done a little differently, that there's no ticket price. There was no ticket entry, so because of that, Niantic, they're in the same boat that they've always been in. Too many people showed up, servers can't handle it, people can't log in, and the event is completely ruined. However, Niantic, doing what they do, they rig it to where it looks like everything is going just fine. Where have we seen this before? Oh, Pokemon Go Fest. Niantic got changing event goals at Pokemon Go Fest. So we're going to break down all the things that are happening, but that's kind of like the precursor to this video. It's like, that delicious failure of Niantic. They ruined Pokemon Go, they weren't ready from the beginning, and they continue to make mistake after mistake and have no idea how to host events. What blows my mind is that people actually still try to defend Niantic, but let's go into some of the reports that we're hearing, covered by Joe Merrick. Dortmund wasn't a ticketed event and was listed as first come, first serve. No wonder they're having capacity issues. They didn't think it through. Like always, like this happened with the Pokemon Go trading. They said level 10 will be able to trade day of launch, and then they said, oh, by the way, we're doing a rollout, and then nothing. Like, all they had to do was say, hey, we're going to be doing this in a rollout feature, level 40s at first, we're going to be toning it down, and then we expect to have everyone being able to have access to this feature in a few days. Nope, Niantic, terrible communication. They just pretend that everything's perfect, and then they piss off their audience. But this is just it. So at least they're expanding the spawns throughout the city rather than just the park. And that is something that they were talking about, that it's like, oh cool, you take a city tour, you go to all these areas, and that's going to expand. But even that is failing. So we have Niantic support trainers. We're aware of network connectivity issues in Westphalen Park. Please be patient as we work to resolve these issues. Well, it's not just the park. The connectivity issues expand throughout the whole city. So too many people came from too many places and just started playing in this area, and apparently it wasn't ready for it. Even though it's just like a lot of the natural players, maybe there's probably been quite a lot of people that are also traveling to get to this, and then turns out that the event just doesn't work. Most players haven't been able to play for as much as an hour since the event has started. Thank you for the report. We're actively investigating. So yeah, it's like, oh, we heard reports that the localized area is like overwhelmed, and that's kind of it. But nope, the entire event, the entire city, it's broken. So going back to some of the other coverage, this doesn't give me hope for Pokemon Go Fest. Yeah, especially after what happened last time, where it was a complete disaster as well. And there was even ticket problems. So yeah, Pokemon Go Fest 2018, already a failure because they ran out of tickets and then things got massively scalped. And it looks like Niantic is just going to repeat the same problems. They don't know how to host events, so they keep trying to host events. All the restrictions of trading, all the restrictions of Go Fest 2018. Again, how can anyone defend Niantic at this point? So this is even Pokemon Go Fest. This is a larger event throughout an entire city, and it's still not being handled well. They had made it a ticketed event. Even if it was free, this would have been avoided much of the issues. A friend who was there said that people are being asked to leave the park due to connection. This is Go Fest all over again. I mean, that's a pretty douche move, if you ask me. Hey, everyone's invited. Yeah, I think that's actually on the page. Everyone, trainers of all ages will be able to catch a wide variety of Pokemon. By the way, go home, kid. And who's in charge of determining who leaves and who stays? If there's that many people, that's not like, oh, hey, I saw Mr. Red Hat over there. He came in first, so he gets to stay. But this person, he walked in about 45 minutes ago, and he was one of the later people when the issue started coming. Hey, you gotta go. I mean, it just seems like a completely arbitrary, you've been logged in for 5 minutes. You had enough fun. Get out of here kind of thing. So it's like, you gotta leave. You gotta leave this community event that was organized for everyone, so much so for everyone that there weren't even ticket prices. You might have been waiting in line. Actually, I don't even think there was a line, but you might have been there for a while. You might be trying to do it. Hey, arbitrarily, you get to go home. So that seems like fun. Even like this Pokemon Go app update, even more Pokemon are now appearing throughout the city of Dortmund. So it's not working. Improve your... Oh, man. All the replies. This is the Pokemon Go Twitter. Improve your servers. You're in millions every month. Don't invest money. I can't log in. Can't log in times 2. Special 2K eggs whole city. Almost no one's able to connect to servers at Westphalen. So I think that's what they did it. Even more Pokemon. Maybe not the 2K eggs across the city. What did Joe Merrick have to say about that? Oh, 2-kilometer eggs can be obtained by spinning Pokestops throughout the city. So they updated their own update, and I mean, that's still not good. So yeah, they took the advice. It's like, oh, it's broken. No one's able to use our feature. Like, it's expanded to the city. Oh, the city's broken as well. Global challenge update. Trainers at Safari Zone Dortmund have just collectively completed 50,000 research tasks. We're now halfway to unlocking 3x catch global bonus. Joe Merrick, dubious of this. People can't log in or play, but okay, rewards are rewards. Yeah, people aren't playing. How did you meet the goal? Just because. Fix your servers. There's one thing for sure. You're hella good at altering these results. Yeah, where have we seen this before? Where have we seen this before? Pokemon Go Fest. So that's why I don't like how fake it is. I guess true Niantic support said they're working on issues. But at the same time, like, one of the biggest problems with Pokemon Go Fest, and the reason why people hated it so much, is that whenever people came on stage, whenever there was announcers, whenever there was hosts, I mean, this right here, we have Mystic7. It's like, hey, I'm going to interview a relative of mine who's going to pretend that's just good. Let's get this cute little kid. No one's going to hate the cute little kid that's lying about the event. We had this guy, maybe one of the most hated people of Pokemon Go ever, for saying Pokemon Go Fest was a success. Hear massive booing. John Hank coming on stage like, yeah, we have problems. Like, no crap, we have problems. And then everyone else coming like, look at this great event, everything's working out. Like that hype lady, you know. At some point, you just have to give up. At some point, you just have to read the crowd and then maybe not lie to their face. I wonder if I covered that in this video at some point, but just kind of like showing the stream, showing the shenanigans and stuff like that. Just like, yeah, who's excited? It's like you can't get excited when no one's playing the game. And then Sophie Real were playing the game that they actually just toned it down. They made it to where it's like, we can't fail. No one's playing, but it's so scummy as well. It's like, oh, there was no, like, it was guaranteed. No matter what happened, they were just going to rig it because they had the software, they had the program set up to where no matter how many Pokemon caught, even if the servers were working, it would have to be a success. And because look how great our event is, it works and it's so fine and perfect and everything's great. But nah, it couldn't be hidden. That a lot of videos got out. The stream was a complete disaster. I'm actually impressed that so much got out of it. Like, you know, just people on stream, fix the game. We can't effing play. This right here, the actual screen, like someone just messing around with the video, the TV is right there. Niantic employees don't even care. They get caught rigging everything. It's kind of crazy like that. And then I was just kind of like going on to it. So yeah, thanks Niantic for a terrible day. My lad, we're looking forward to exciting. We are now driving back 16 hours to UK due to the game being unplayable. Sounds about right. You know, same thing happened with Pokemon Go Fest. People spent thousands of dollars to get out. You know, it's hotel, it's travel, airfare, food, just, you know, opportunity cost if you have to take a day off from work, something like that. And guess what? You got $100 in Pokecoins because you struggled. And that's kind of it. And then all these things, you know, it's like, let's just keep forsaking players. So a lot of that, 2 hours of the park, 2 hours I can't play. At least the park's beautiful. Yeah, at least we got that going on. Ooh, 51 new results. Yeah, and there we go. Thanks Niantic, it works nothing. We got those, got those great login errors coming in hot. That's what Pokemon Go is about now, guys. Wow. Oh, we got an update from Niantic support. We're currently investigating an issue in which trainers are receiving failed to get game data from server error message. So more errors, more updates. Cool stuff going on right there. Failed to get game data. All these people. Yeah, this is fine. So what do you guys think at this point? Like, the Pokemon Go news is just interesting. Ever since Pokemon Go Fest, where, you know, the crazy thing is, I defended Niantic more than most people. Like, up until Pokemon Go Fest, I was just like, but they did Generation 2, and they worked on this feature, and they said they're going to implement trading soon. You know, I had a lot of optimism, I had a lot of hope, and a lot of people had given up on Niantic by that point. They're like, look, they ruined the game, and it's not coming back. We're not getting the launch week Pokemon Go that everyone loved. We're going to get a botched version for the rest of the time, and that's just kind of what we're stuck with right now. And it is unfortunate as it is, like, yeah. So then after Pokemon Go Fest, it's just been worse and worse with silly features, brokenness, and then no one caring about the game. That's why I want to know what you guys think about it. Is this just a slow train wreck? Can you can't look away, but you know it's just horrible and terrible what is happening. It's really sad because the Pokemon Go is the best thing to ever happen to Pokemon, and it's been completely ruined by Niantic, and now all these community events, like, they just can't do anything right. Or somehow Are you one of the idiots out there that's just like, no, you're wrong, Verlisify. They're doing their best. It's not their fault. There's cell tower things. Too many people showed up, and Niantic, no, it's not Niantic's fault. Even though, like, even when it came to Pokemon Go Fest, Niantic was to blame for the server issues because they didn't properly communicate the load that their game would be causing. They cut corners. They cheaped out. That's not what you blame the cell providers for. So same thing right here. Are you not surprised? Are you surprised? What do you think this means for Pokemon Go Fest? Are you just tired of hearing about this? Or is this the only Pokemon Go news that you watch? Like, you've given up on Pokemon Go. You're done with it. So now it's like, oh, what's that? Niantic's failing again? I'll watch that video. This is the news I'm interested in, because that's what made the Pokemon Go Fest so compelling, that I did multiple videos because it was just so wild and crazy and broken, and it was just a day of absolute disaster. But there we go. And then, like, oh yeah, Pokemon Go Fest 2017, what they didn't want you to see. And then, of course, trainer tips just mad selling out. But, you know, I already covered that and already talked about it. So there we go. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you all have a nice day. Thank you very much for watching.